Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhin Pushti Vardhanam Urva Vibandhana Mrityor Mokshe Mamamrita. We worship the three-eyed one who is pregnant and who nourishes all well-being. May he liberate us from death for the sake of immortality. Good morning and welcome to the morning assembly of Genius Group of Institutions. Today, we mark the 6th day of Holy Shravan month. On this auspicious day, we are glad to announce and launch our new prayer of Gunjan Volume 2, Bikre Hue Gano Ki Bandish. Let's join our hands and close our eyes for the beautiful prayer.
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयदारुणम्
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयदारुणम्
नवकञ्ज लोचन कञ्ज मुख कर कञ्ज पद कञ्जारुणम्
श्रीराम
कन्दर्प अगणित अमित छवि नवनील नीरज सुन्दरम् पटपीतमालौ तरित रुचि सुचि नवमी जनक सुतावरम्
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयदारुणम्
श्रीराम भजो दीन बन्धु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वञ्चनि कन्दनं रघुनन्द आनन्द कन्द कौशल चन्द्र दशरथ नन्दनम्
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयदारुणम्
शिरमुकुट कुण्डल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषण आजान भुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित खर दूषण
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयदारुणम्
श्रीराम शङ्कर शेष मुनि मनरञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्ज निवास कुरु कामादिखल दल गञ्जनम्
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भजमान हरण भव भयदारुणम्
नव कञ्ज लोचन कञ्ज मुख कर कञ्ज पद कञ्जारिणम् श्रीराम श्रीराम
श्रीराम श्रीराम
श्रीराम श्रीराम
श्रीराम श्रीराम
Such a beautiful performance. Let's move towards today's special performances. Firstly, we have Dhaval Rathod with us, and he will brief you about the Legend of Annapurna. Then we have Bhumi Trivedi with us to tell us about the Kailash vision and inspiration for bridging the gap between science and spirituality. To be followed by Jayashriba Jadeja to tell us about Karpur Gauram Shlok. And lastly, we have Manali Pambar with us to brief us about 12 Jyotirling. Thank you.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about the legend of Annapurna. The author Virginia Woolf has said that you cannot think well, love well, or sleep well if you have not eaten well. So now move on to the legend of Annapurna, the goddess of food and nourishment. So as we all know, Lord Shiva is the slayer of demons and omniscient observer of the universe. And with the same, goddess Parvati is the conveyor of energy, strength, Shakti, as we say. And it is required to have a perfect balance between the two. And the union of these two, Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati, is a glorious one. It is considered divine. We know it as Ardhana Ishvara, the combination of these two forces. And as I said, that it is required for the world to keep a proper balance. Goddess Parvati was worshipped all over for taking care of all the natural elements, and she also ensured that all the human beings or all the creatures of the earth, they were comfortable materially, and also they were connected with one another physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now the roles of both of these deities was very important to keep a perfect balance. But then sometimes, there were arguments between Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. Lord Shiva did not consider this worthwhile. He thought that material world is only a cosmic illusion, only a Maya, as we say. Now, goddess Parvati, for so many years, she kept silent. But once when such an argument happened again, she decided to withdraw her energy from the world, her half part of the energy from the world. And when this happened, darkness fell on the entire world. The rivers dried, the crops shrank, and there was hunger all over the world. And not only at the world level, but at personal level also, Lord Shiva felt the loneliness, the empty void in his life. Now, goddess Parvati could not tolerate, of course, seeing all the inhabitants of earth suffering. So at this time, to restore the health of all the human beings, she took a new avatar. And that avatar we know as Annapurna. She came with the golden bowl of porridge, mixture of rice and milk. with a ladle that was encrusted with jewels. And she started distributing food to everyone. And very soon she became known as the deity of nourishment. And not only human beings, even when Lord Shiva realized that this material world is required for the perfect balance of the universe, when he realized that the absence of his wife in his life was creating an emptiness in his life, at that time he also went to goddess Annapurna with an empty bowl and asked for food and forgiveness. And there is also a picture available where Lord Shiva is holding an empty bowl and asking for food from goddess Annapurna. So this gesture or these symbols, they prove that material world is not just a cosmic illusion, it is an integral part of this entire cycle of life, death, and divinity. Thank you very much.
Good morning to one and all present here. Today, I would like to share certain mysteries which inspire us to join the science and spirituality regarding the Mount Kailash. As we are knowing, Mount Kailash is a stairway to the heaven. According to Hinduism, as we know well, that Lord Shiva with his family resides at the highest peak of Mount Kailash. So there is a lot many mysteries behind the Mount Kailash, which always inspire us to connect science with the spirituality. First and foremost thing, that as we know, the highest mountain is a Mount Everest. So Mount Kailash is definitely shorter than the Mount Everest, but then also it's too difficult to climb the Mount Kailash. What is the reason behind it? One of the Russian scientists, Mr. Ernest, he has proven that the geographical structure of a Mount Kailash is totally different as compared to other mountains. What is exactly the geographical structure of the Mount Kailash is, it is exactly in the pyramidal shape with the highest sharp peak. So to climb it, it's exactly too difficult. Second mystery with Mount Kailash is proven by the NASA along with the Google map that Mount Kailash is at the place which is considered as the center of the earth. Even it is mentioned in a very Hinduism in so many various books also that Mount Kailash is the center of the earth, and even science is also giving the proof regarding it. As we know, at the base of Kailash as having two different legs. One is a Mansarovar and another is a Rakshastal. Mansarovar, what is the meaning of this word? It's considered as the lake of a mind, of a consciousness. And another Rakshastal, it's considered as the lake of a devils. So Mansarovar, it's in the shape of a sun, and Rakshastal, it's in the shape of a moon. As we know, Mansarovar is the highest freshwater lake and Rakshastal is the highest saltwater lake. So what that indicates according to science? That indicates that Kailash has having both the powers, both the energy, positive even as the negative. And that gives us the most important idea regarding the center of the earth. Foremost thing, which is exactly as in Hinduism, we consider to go on a pilgrimage of a Mansarovar is a holy. And the people who went for the Mansarovar Yatra, they are collecting the stones from there. What is the reason behind it? What is the science behind it? As we consider Shiva as the supreme consciousness, Shankara as the conversion of that consciousness into the energy, and the stones which we are worshipping as a sivling, it's considered as a conversion of that energy into the mass. So over there, that is also science, that is a conversion of energy into the mass. The person who pilgrimage the Mansarovar, they always feel the divine power or a divine energy over there. As due to the location of a particular Mount Kailash. As a scattering of a light is occurring over there, the sun rays which exactly impart on the Mount Kailash is doing the scattering through the snow. Other mountains of a same range, these things won't be possible. This is only possible at the Mount Kailash due to the unique position of a Kailash on the earth. This all the things make us believe on the supreme consciousness and supreme power of the Lord Shiva. Thank you.
આપ સૌને મારા શુભ સવાર. આજે હું તમને એ સ્તુતિ અને એ મંત્ર વિશે કહેવા માંગુ છું. જ્યારે શિવ અને પાર્વતીના વિવાહ થયા તેના પછી નારાયણે સ્તુતિના રૂપમાં આ જે મંત્ર છે એ ગાયેલો હતો. એ મંત્ર એવો છે: કર્પૂરે ગૌરમ કર્ણાવતારમ સંસાર સારમ ભુજગેન્દ્રહારમ સદા વસંતમ હૃદયારવિંદે ભવમ ભવામી સહિતમ નમામી. એનો અર્થ એવો થાય છે કે જે કર્પૂર સમાન ગોર વર્ણ છે, જે ભગવાન શિવ, અને જે કરુણાના અવતાર છે એવા ભગવાન શિવ છે, અને આખા સંસારનો જેને સાર માનવામાં આવે છે, અને એ પોતાની પત્ની એટલે કે પાર્વતી સહિત આપણા હૃદયમાં સદાય વસે છે, અને આપણે એને નમન કરીએ છીએ. એટલા માટે આ જે શ્લોક છે એ નારાયણે એમના વિવાહ પછી ગાયેલો હતો. અને દરેક જે આરતી થાય છે સવારે અને સાંજે, ત્યારે આ શ્લોક ગાવો ફરજિયાત છે એવું માનવામાં આવે છે.
Good morning to respected parents and all my dear students. This is a Shravan month going on, and the first thing that we come in our mind about Lord Shiva, it is nothing but 12 Jyotirlingas. We all know that in India we have 12 Jyotirlingas which are Swayambhu. The meaning of that, it is self, they have occurred by their own. Right? So we have 12 Jyotirlingas. All 12 Jyotirlingas have different name, and they are situated in different parts of our India. To tell the name of all Jyotirlinga and place where they are situated, I would like to recite a sloka. And the sloka goes on like this: Saurashtre Somnatham cha Srishaile Mallikarjunam Ujjinyam Mahakalam Omkaram Mamaleshwaram Paralyam Vaidnatham cha Dakinyam Bhimasankaram Setubandhe Turamesam Nagesham Darukavane Varanyasyam tu Vishvesham Trambakam Gautami Tate Himalaye tu Kedaram Kusmecham cha Sivalaye Etani Jyotirlingani Sayam Prata Patennara Saptajanmakutam Papam Smaranena Vinashyati. It is said that all Jyotirlingas are related to some stories. The Jyotirlingas are not came only by their own, but some people has worshipped Lord Shiva to be come in the form of Jyotirlinga. The first Jyotirlinga, it is present in our Gujarat, that is near Verawad, that is Somnath. And the story, according to Shiv Purana, it is like that. Daksh Prajapati has 27 daughters, and he married his 27 daughters to Moon. Out of that 27 daughters, one Rohini was most beautiful and was loved most by Moon. So Daksh Prajapati shows that it is injustice to his other 26 daughters. So he curse Moon as well as Rohini. So to uplift from them curse, Rohini and Moon went to Sparsham Lingam to worship Lord Shiva, and they both were got blessed and they regained their beauty and glow. So from then onwards, the other name of Lord Shiva was Somchandra. That is, Som means moon, and it is from there. And then onwards, that Jyotirlinga was well known by Somnath. Som means again moon, and Nath means Bhodanath. That is Lord Shiva. And all these 12 Jyotirlingas have different stories, which is very well written in the book Shiv Puran. Thank you. That's all for today.